Afternoon baseball here on the show. Ought to be a good one here between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. The Brewers will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Chet Steadman will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy might not be Captain K, but when you have over 3,000 career strikeouts, you're doing something right. He's been a good pitcher ever since he came into the league, and he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be fun to watch him do his thing in this one here today.
Leading off for Milwaukee.
So striding forward now, Joe Tyson. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Dan, D-Row, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Hey, Matty V, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Row. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
So striding in, Lenny Pruitt, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Now the pitch. Steadman has certainly had a lot of good days on the mound as a big leaguer. He's been around the league for a long time, which is an accomplishment in and of itself. And in that time, he's earned more than 225 career wins. 2-0 to the Brewers center fielder. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, behind the dish, D-Row, Larry Bullard. Pretty standard guy, works. The only problem I think at times hitters have a little bit difficult time. He'll give a little bit on an inside corner and outside corner. Not very consistent.
Yeah, but Larry's approachable. That's the one thing. If you turn around and say, is that as far as you're going on the outer half, he's usually going to tell you.
A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box now, Sam Williams, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. That average pushing up near 350 now. 8 home runs and 29 driven in. Comes set with the 0-1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Throw over to the bag, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. The 1-2.
No, that's down.
This is exactly the reason why this guy has been so successful and has played this game so long, scrambling pitch after pitch, making this guy work out on the mound.
That misses, and it's going to set up a big pitch now. 3-2.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
On a line, that's a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Hey, a little top of the order lightning right here, Dan. The second and third guys in the batting order throw knocks out there, and now you're staring a monster in the face.
D-Row, this is just what you don't want to face as a pitcher, right? You get the 2 and 3 hole guys up, and all of a sudden now it's 4, 5, and 6 going to have to get through the meat of this tough batting order.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Now the 2-0 home. And he turns on this one and yanks it foul and back out of play. Pruitt over at second. Williams at first. 1 gone. He's fallen behind now. 3-1.
This is a spot you'd like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
The 3-1 pitch. And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out the jam, and keep this game tied.
In now, Juan Soto, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. Soto is a big threat in a matchup like this. He's got a ton of pop against right-handed pitching.
Yeah, I think because of his approach. He's not a dead pull guy. You want to try and sneak a piece of cheese in or hang something over the heart of the plate, he's going to absolutely crush it. But anything going away from him goes right into his bat path.
The 2-0. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Woo-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
To 2-2 now.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first 2.
And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
And that pitch misses for ball 4. So some intrigue now as the bases are loaded here with 2 away.
I'll tell you, he's looked unsteady out there since the first pitch he threw. A couple of hits and a free pass, so he's really searching for an answer to get back on track. We'll see if he can settle down here.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Carmen Feliciano. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First delivery to him on the way. Who started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
After the walk and with runners on the bags, he couldn't afford to fall behind here. Nice job of jumping ahead with strike one.
Bases are loaded here, 2 down. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? He is. They get the force at second base, and the inning is over. Brewers leave them loaded. And now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Lee Chu starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, so far this year, this guy hasn't pitched very well on the road. He's actually struggled on the road, so it'll be interesting to see if he can turn that around here in this one.
Now at the plate, J.C. Embry. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, J.C. Embry.
The pitch. Liner in there for a base hit. So we'll see if they have something in the works here with the leadoff hitter aboard and a guy that can really handle the bat in the number 2 spot.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes. Aggressive style. First pitch. Base hit up the middle.
Into the box, Freddie Santiago, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, without question. They find themselves in this position today. They got a chance to...
And a low throw to first that bounces as he can't hang on. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 1-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Runners on the move for second. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side, and that's in there, base hit. And now they'll have runners at the corners to start off the inning.
Dan, after that base hit right there, he's got a 6-game hitting streak going.
You know what? And this could lead him on to something, some bigger and better things right here. He's been swinging the bat pretty well, and he's been rewarded for it, as you talked about. 6-game hitting streak so far.
Pete Armstrong stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Great job there by this power hitter. Known for driving the ball out of the ballpark. Does the job right there with the sac fly and brings the run home.
The next Cub up, Sammy Sosa. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. From the stretch. Oh, and it's tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play and the inning is over. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, these conditions aren't really ideal for baseball right now, but I am hearing that they're expected to improve as the game progresses. The grounds crew told me between innings that the field's in good shape. They're going to continue to work on keeping it dry, but we should be in for more favorable weather later in the game.
Let's hope, Heidi, for all of our sake, that Mother Nature takes that front and passes it through without an incident.
At times, you have to stay focused, though. For me, a little dampness, a little rain, a little weather coming through might actually do the infield dirt a little good. Some guys like to keep it bone dry. I like it a little wet. Ball stays down.
Pablo Hernandez is at the plate as he looks at ball one. And that one misses badly. It's ball two. Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
Sure does, and it's always difficult to sweep and win a series on the road, especially when you're playing a division opponent.
And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
It's not easy to hit home runs with this day and age with guys throwing with increased velocity. They were knocking the ball out of the ballpark all day yesterday. They'd like to save a couple of those and use them in this game today.
And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
He walked a guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number one. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
At the plate, Angelo Mesa. No balls and a strike to count. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Wow, that's 40 pitches for him already. This doesn't have the makings of a start that he's going to go very deep.
Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are two away.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
At the plate now, Lee Chu. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1. First two men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
1-1. That's in. Ball two.
You certainly know he's not trying to work around the pitcher, but sometimes the hardest thing to do is to throw a strike to a guy that you know won't swing the bat.
Could have been 3-1. Instead, it's 2-2.
He is in complete command out on the mound today. He's got all four corners locked in, and now he's raising eye levels to boot.
Two out, nobody on. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Here's another 2-2. Rolled slowly down the first baseline. Reined in. And he'll just make the tag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They're down 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and digging in is the outfielder, Sito Suzuki.
The left fielder, Sito.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
That's a good take on a fastball out of the zone. Hey, I get it. He's looking for a ball to drive, but that ball was a little bit too far up in the zone. That's one you normally pop right up.
True, he's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Now the 3-0 offering is offered at and missed for the first strike.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
The 3-1 pitch. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. He's around first, heading for 2. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That was a great job of driving that ball, extending his arms very well, was able to get it over the right fielder's head, one-hopping it off the wall for an easy double. That's one of those solid hits that you don't even feel coming off the bat.
Into the box now, Jesse Padilla. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far. First pitch on its way. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. In there, 1-1.
Hey, that pitch right there caught entirely too much of the plate. Curveball that rolled over the heart of the plate. He's got to pull the trigger on that one.
Sent on the ground out to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
I mean, you want to talk about doing your job and getting paid for it. There it is right there. Unselfish AB trying to work his guy from second to third. And, oh, what do you know? Not for yourself.
So now to the plate, Ryan Buckner, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. One and one, the count to the Cubs' first baseman.
1 ball, 1 strike.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Runners are at first and third with none out. Count even at 2-2. Popped up. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that'll plate their second run of the game as they take a 2-0 lead. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Stepping in now, Nicholas Horner, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. The Brewers do, of course, trail by a couple of runs already, so they're going to have to work from behind to earn the sweep.
Sweeps aren't easy to do at this level, particularly with the competition being so stiff. They're down a couple of runs early, but there's a lot of baseball left, and the way they're playing right now, this game's far from over.
First and second here with nobody out. And this one runs a little too far in, ball 2.
It's not easy to continue pounding the strike zone when you've given up 3 consecutive hits, but he has to trust that getting the ball down in the zone will get him an out.
Now the double steal is on here. Offered at and missed. Here's the throw. And they will get the lead runner at third. A daring attempt with no outs on the scoreboard, and it doesn't pan out. Soft liner towards short, and that'll be the second out.
Batting back, the pitcher, Chet Steadman.
Now to the plate, the pitcher, Chet Steadman, runner in scoring position with two gone. First offering on its way. There's the big breaking ball, and it's by him for a strike.
Even though it's early on in this one, anytime you get runners in scoring position, you'd like to knock them in.
Ball one. And he gets under this one as the ball is skied into very shallow right. Mesa will put this one away, and the side is retired. Only one in the inning for the Cubs. We've played two full. Cubs lead it 2-0. Digging in, Joe Tyson. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
Hey, we're still in the early stages of this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Split-fingered pitches in there for strike one. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. The 1-1 home. Waves and misses for strike number two.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92, you can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
2-2 the count. Down the left field line and deep. And that will end up a foul ball. The 2-2 one more time. Down the first baseline. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. And with one away, let's give you a look at the standings in the NL Central entering play as you see where these two teams sit in relation to one another. Stepping in, Lenny Pruitt. He reached on a single in his first try. And now pitch on the way. In the air, down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The 1-2 is taken for ball 2. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
Into the box now, Sam Williams. He offers at it and hits it in the air to left. In there, a base hit. Around first, digging for two. And he is into second with a two-out double. So some life with two away as he's into second with the opposite field double. As he moves into double digits now as we check out the team leaderboard. That is 10 for him here on the campaign. In now, Rafael Diaz, as he'll take a look at ball one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. The 1-0 home is looked at for ball number 2.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
2 out here and a runner at second. Fastball was too much for him there. Swung right through it.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
Here's the 2-1 home.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Good pitch, and it's full now. 3-2.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Stepping in, Juan Soto. He drew a walk his first time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Looking at his career totals, Soto hits a little over the 270 mark. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Into the box now, Carmen Feliciano, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Well, he needed to get ahead, and he does with the fastball. It's 0-1. 2 out, bases loaded. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. The set and the 1-1. 1-2 now.
1-2.
grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
And the 29th pitch of the inning is swung on and missed, and that'll finally end it. Brewers leave them loaded. They trail it here 2-0.
We're just about set to go here as the Cubs come to bat in the third inning, and Chicago fans have been fortunate to watch one of the best offenses around this season. And one significant aspect of their offense is the running game, where they currently rank among the league leaders in stolen bases and stolen base success rate. I brought this up with some of the players earlier, and one of the pitchers told me, 1, it's fun to watch, and 2, I'm glad I'm not responsible for defending against it. Our guys will pick you apart if you're not smart. It's an athletic bunch, and they use it effectively, guys.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
JC Embry.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Soto is right there, and it's a very quick out number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman, Freddie Santiago.
Now to the plate, Freddie Santiago. He singled his last time up. First offering on its way. Santiago, a veteran at 35 years of age. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. The bouncer to the left side. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
The center fielder, number 4, Pete Armstrong.
Ready for another chance? Pete Armstrong earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. And the pitch. And he gets ahead 0-1.
0-1.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
And it's quickly 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down in order, but they hold a 2-0 lead. All set for the start of the fourth, and now it'll be the catcher, Pablo Hernandez.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. To the plate now, Angelo Mesa. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 1-0. Hit back up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Standing in now, Lee Chu, wanting to avoid the double play here as he gets this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
The batter, number 35, shortstop, Joe.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Joe Tyson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fouled away. Two out here and a runner at second. Hit sharply on the ground, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. And they're on the board as now it's a 2-1 ball game.
You know what I like right there, Dan, is the batter's approach. Not trying to do too much, just taking it right back up the chute again, staying within himself, and just knowing that anything to the outfield gets him an RBI.
Now, that's a good piece of hitting. That's a great point, D-Roy. I think a lot of times hitters go up there trying to do a little bit too much. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and hit the ball where it's pitched, and a good job and a run batted in.
At the plate, Lenny Pruitt, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball one.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Hit hard to short. On to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Two hits lead to a run here for Milwaukee. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Cubbies are in front 2-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Sammy Sosa. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is low, ball one. The 1-0. Misses for the second ball. Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats in left. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swing and a liner, but foul. The 2-2. A shot down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. And the Cubs could be onto something here. It's a leadoff double.
He just smoked this ball right down the line. Take a look here. Hard to tell if it was fair or foul in real time, but you could see it flies right over the bag. Ump was all over it and made a great call.
At the plate now, Sito Suzuki, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Liner towards second, but this will be gloved out there at second as he didn't have far to go for the out.
The catcher, number 3, Jesse Padilla.
So coming to the plate, Jesse Padilla. He's set, and the pitch. And they start him out with a slider. Good spot, but he doesn't get the call. 1-0.
Well, that backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's a very effective pitch. If you can hit the outside corner of that pitch, it's unhittable.
2-0 now. Two runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. A high fastball is in there. 2-2 to the Cubs catcher.
2-2 count.
Still even at 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Popped him up. Williams in foul ground. 2 down.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryan Buckner.
Striding in, Ryan Buckner. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
2 runs, 6 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
With 2 outs and a base open, I don't think he's going to see anything to hit in this at bat. Not much reason for it.
The 2-0.
Ball, that's just out.
Nicholas Horner would be next. Three balls, no strikes.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Left fielder is on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Brewers manager to discuss his thoughts on Milwaukee's offense so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. He said it seems like every at-bat has gone deep into the count, which has resulted in a really high pitch count for their opponent. We checked the numbers. So far, they've worked a total of 6 full counts. Guys?
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. All set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the switch-hitting first baseman, Sam Williams. Now the pitch.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
Wow, that's one of the toughest pitches in baseball to hit right. That good straight changeup, El Cambio. There's not much you can do with that. You're going off of that arm speed, and the ball, it just doesn't get there.
So now to the plate, Rafael Diaz. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. It was a walk in his last trip. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. And this one's inside and high. 1-2 now.
Hey, I get it. He wants to set up that breaking ball down and away, but that 0-2 fastball wasn't even close.
Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Hold the string on him. Strike three swinging. Padilla finds it, and the throw to first is there to record the second out.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Ready for another shot now. Juan Soto. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far. First pitch on its way. Hit down the line at first. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Bases are empty here with two men out. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Ball even at 2-2. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Gone in order are the Brewers. They're down 2-1. Coming to the plate now, Nicholas Horner. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a ball 1-0. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now the 1-0 is a fastball that misses. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. He's through first and hustling for second. Arms pumping. He's hustling for third. And a fine start to the inning for the Cubbies. It's a leadoff triple.
Of course they feel good about the triple, but I know how managers thinking. He's in the dugout wishing that triple would have come when some guys were on base. They've left a lot of guys out there in this one. We'll see if his teammate can bring him home.
In now, Chet Steadman, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Grounded weakly down the line toward third, but a foul ball. 1-1. From the stretch. And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. But this will land untouched. The 1-2. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Left fielder is on the move. Oh, and a great diving catch for the first down. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. It's now 3-1.
Great job of offensive execution there. Leadoff triple and then the sac fly to bring home a run.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, J.C. Embry. Bases empty and one away following the sac fly. First pitch of the at-bat. One out, nobody on. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Well, as a leadoff man, the team looks for you to get on base any way you can. This isn't the preferred route, at least for him, but hey, they'll take it.
Santiago.
So digging in now, Freddie Santiago. Following the hit by pitch, a quick check at first. Back in standing. Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Now a throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Runner's going. Fouled off. Now the 1-1 pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now a move over to first. Runner's back. Hit hard towards center, and that's in there. Base hit. And he is in there.
Hey guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Stepping in now, Pete Armstrong, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. And he's got runners at the corners here with only one gun. The 1-0 delivery.
Hey!
And that misses. 2-1.
Lots of hits given up, but so far no walks. At least he's making them work to get on base. Problem is, they haven't had to work too hard.
The 2-1 takes a pass and misses. That's strike two. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
Pretty good spot to be in as a pitcher right now. You can go for the punch out or try to induce the ground ball to get a double play.
Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. On the ground to second base. This could be 2. To second for 1. Throw on to first won't be in time, so they just get the 1 there.
They couldn't turn the inning-ending double play. They just get the force out at second, and the runner scores from third.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Sammy Sosa. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, he did a great job to go down and get that one his last at-bat. But I got to think they're going to pitch him up, maybe elevate something in the zone. Interested to see how he approaches this next AB.
A runner on first with 2 away. He's running in the dirt here. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
That's a great call from the dugout to put the runner in motion that time. With 2 outs and a good hitter at the plate, it's a pretty low-risk play. If he's out, you still got the same good hitter leading off the next inning. But if he's safe, he's in scoring position and a lot easier to drive in.
Ball hit high to the right side, but this will get into the seats. Foul. The 2-1. Popped him up. Mesa is there. And that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Cubs are on top 4-1. Matt Brister takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 29, Matt Brister.
Leading off the inning, Carmen Feliciano, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Feliciano.
First pitch on its way.
Ball, that's out.
One and one the count now. Fastball close, but he didn't get it. 2-1. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Started to chase that time, but then he wisely holds off for ball 3.
Name of the game out on the mound is to disrupt timing of the hitters in the box. He's certainly got this guy on the defensive.
Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter's aboard to start the 6th.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Shows some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Stepping up to the plate, Pablo Hernandez. He flew out in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
6th inning. 4-1 is our score. Ball 2 now.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
Outside, 3-0 now. Angelo Mesa, the number 8 hitter here, waits on deck. Here's the 3-0.
Hey! 3 balls, 1 strike.
Full count, 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Another full count pitch home. Swing and a miss, and they'll come all the way back from 3-0 to punch him out. 1 away.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Into the box, Angelo Mesa, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Here's the 0-1 pitch.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Runners on first with one down. Now a fastball here that'll wisely lay off, and it's 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here, take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
Another 1-2 delivery. And here's a changeup in there for a called third strike, and that's the second out of the inning.
Flat out locked him up with the changeup right there. Usually you're trying for a swing and miss when you throw that pitch in a 2-strike count, but clearly he wasn't looking for it, so it's a backwards K for him.
Bob Uecker will look for some 2-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at first.
Bob Uecker.
And that's inside for a ball, 1-0. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. The 1-0. 2 out with the man at first. Hit on the ground to short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Milwaukee leaves 1, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Sean Jackson enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 15, Sean Jackson.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and next it'll be the outfielder Sito Suzuki. Here's the first pitch to him.
When you've got a guy that throws a good 2-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. The 1-1. Slow roller left side. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
The catcher, number 3, Jesse Padilla.
Riding in once again, Jesse Padilla. His last at-bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory.
Yeah, this one's going to upset him for a little bit. You make the pitcher work the way he did right there, and that's the end result. That one sticks with you for a while.
Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. A runner at first with no outs here. In there, and it's even at 1. Oh, he rips this one the other way, but caught down there at third. And that becomes the first down of the inning.
The first baseman, number 22, Ryan Buckner.
At the plate, Ryan Buckner, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
In there, no balls and a strike.
Well, if you can throw it for a strike consistently, a first pitch changeup is effective. Hitters are almost never looking for it.
0-1 count. Here it comes. Offered it a low one there, but came up empty.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Runner at first here, 1 man out. skied into straightaway right. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Nicholas Horner.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Nicholas Horner. From the stretch. And here's a fastball called for strike one. A swing and a ground ball to third. Fielded cleanly. And a close play at second, but the throw does beat him and the side is retired. So no runs on no hits. One error in the inning, but a man left stranded. We're through 6 full. It's the Cubs 4 and the Brewers 1. Seventh inning ready to roll, and stepping in is the veteran shortstop, Joe Tyson.
Joe Tyson.
Here comes the first pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. Now here's the pitch. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
The center fielder, number 12, Lenny Pruitt.
Next for Milwaukee, Lenny Pruitt. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Armstrong is there. 2 gone.
The first baseman, number 22, Sam Williams.
Stepping into the box, Sam Williams. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Fastball called for strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Reined in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They trail it 4-1.
7th inning, stretch.
Jimmy Grimes is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th.
Grimes.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1 for count.
And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. Lifted in the air out to right. Long run for the right fielder. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, J.C. Embry.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go J.C. Embry. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
And he falls behind 0-2. Bases are empty, one man out. Hit weakly back to the mound. And there's out number 2.
Up next for the Cubs, the third baseman, Freddie Santiago.
Digging in and looking for more. Freddie Santiago is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. And he fouls this one off. Now a changeup, but it misses just a little below the zone.
And that's his strikeout pitch right there. You know, you'll see a lot of guys swing right over the top of that one. But in this situation, he was able to hold back. That's a nice take.
2 out, nobody on. Now that's popped up, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Julio Teheran's been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
The Chicago Cubs, number 49, Julio Teheran.
Now batting, Rafael Diaz, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. First delivery to him on the way. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Hey, there's an old saying in baseball, you need to take a strike in this spot. Well, he got one there. Now he just needs to find a way to get on.
Nope.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
The left fielder, number 24.
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our 2 starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings. Standing in, Juan Soto. Now the pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Got to find a way to scratch at least one across. You do not want to take on the monster closing the game down 3.
Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. That's lifted the other way out to left. Suzuki is under this one, and he's got it for out number 2.
The right fielder, number 31, Carmen Feliciano.
Coming to the plate now, Carmen Feliciano. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch on its way. In there, and it's 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. Just hung in there on that one.
Got to believe the pitcher and catcher understand the fact that he's covering away, and he's covering way away. Don't be shocked if he comes in with something.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Suzuki will wait on it as he tucks this one away to retire the side. Gone in order are the Brewers, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Theodore Park is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 14, Theodore Park.
So in now for Chicago, Pete Armstrong.
The center fielder, Pete Armstrong.
Here's the first pitch to him. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses 1-0. The Brewers entered the day looking to wrap up a big series sweep, but it's going to take some late game heroics in order to make that a reality.
Never easy to sweep any team, but this is a close one, and there's an old saying in baseball, a bloop and a blast, and if they can stay close, get a base hit, get somebody to hit one out of the ballpark, they're not out of this one yet. Well, he had to track that one for a long time, and he did so while looking back over his shoulder. Not an easy play by any means, but they practice these all the time.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Sammy Sosa. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And for the opposition, finishing this one off and salvaging a win in the series will sort of allow them to at least save a little face here at home.
No doubt about it. The last thing you want to do is get beat around in your own backyard. You want to make your home ballpark a winning ballpark. So winning this one and avoiding the sweep could be just what the doctor ordered.
Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
That's what you call clipping the outside corner. Great movement on that slider, and it completely locked up the hitter. Didn't fool the umpire, though.
Into the box now, Sito Suzuki. He grounds it sharply to third. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Cubs are down in order, but they lead it 4-1. Thomas Nicholas comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the 9th.
Number 1, Thomas Nicholas.
All set to start the 9th in this one, and that'll bring in the veteran catcher Pablo Hernandez.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against a closer.
Off we go in the 9th as the first pitch misses for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And 2-0 as this one's taken low.
The last thing you want to do when you've got a 3-run lead in the 9th is give the other guys any sense of hope. It's a good time to challenge here on 2-0, especially since there's a good chance he's taking until he gets a strike.
3-0 to him now. Now here's the pitch. And he finally gets this one over for strike 1. It's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And it's fouled away. The next 3-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. So the leadoff man gone to start the top of the ninth as we take a look at league saves leaders entering play. And as you can see right there, he's up near the top in the National League, currently third best. Stepping into the box, Angelo Mesa. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. 1 out, nobody on. Took him right up the ladder that time, and it's 1-2.
We're going to see him throw that hard fastball early and often.
The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2. And he chased it in the dirt. And the throw is made to record the 2nd out of the inning.
Well, you have to feel pretty confident about the way this one's going to end up as a manager. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts from the closer. There's not a whole lot more he can do to instill confidence that he's going to wrap this thing up without any problem.
Kevin Egbert will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Hitting for the Brewers, number 50, Kevin Egbert.
There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning. The windup and the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed. So with that, they find themselves down to their final strike here this afternoon. A crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And it looked like the fastball got away from him there. The Brewers down to their final strike. Fouled away. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Swing and a liner. And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
And the score finishes 4-1 today. The Cubbies jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Chet Steadman earns his 5th winner of the year. Thomas Nicholas hammers down the save, his 11th of the campaign. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.